All right, we is ready. Now we ready. Now we ready. All right. All right. Okay. Now we ready. All right. So, hey, my love. So, if you have not checked my previous post about what tonight's live is about, you might want to go do that, and then you could come back, or if you give me a second, I'm about to, what's up? I'm about to post our topic, and it's pretty much, the question is pretty much, what do women bring to the table besides VaJayJay? All right. So tonight, the ladies are here to set the record straight about what we bring to the table. So while I get this comment posted, men, would y'all like to chime in first? We're gonna go ahead and give y'all the floor first, and y'all can chime into what you think, or what do you feel women bring to the table besides VaJayJay, if anything. Because when I posted that post, a lot of men was just like, nothing. Blew my mind. They're like, nothing else. That's all they bring. Nothing else. That's all they bring. And I'm just like, come on, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me to really sit there and feel like, as a man, a woman bring, see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? MV Slim. You gotta be, to me, losing your mind if you think all a woman bring to the table is VaJayJay. All right. So let's get into that. He said nothing. What other man? Come on, give me some other men. Give me some other feedback. Men. Let's start with the men first. Men, what do you feel like or think women bring to the table outside of vagina? Let's see. I know we got some men in here that's going, you don't come in here for the comments. If you're going to come in here, you're coming in here to join in. What do you think women, okay, there we go. What do you think women bring to the table besides vagina? All right, it says, I know my girl brings money management to the table. Good point. I'm good, and she's extremely good with money management. Okay, that's one thing that you can, I like that. Because so many men overlook our real powers. So many men overlook our real powers. But keep going. Tell me what else. What else y'all got? That was a good point. Money management. Good point. You definitely need that. Because you could be making all the money in the world. You could be coming to the table with all the finances in the world. But if you nor her don't have proper money management skills, guess what's going to happen to all that money you coming to the table with? Guess what's going to happen? Okay, that part. The good women bring their own money, supporting a good man in his endeavors and strength. When the man going through their shit, we got to be strong at all times. Okay. We definitely do have to be strong at all times, but we gonna get into that. I'm just trying to see what these men that was under my post that was saying women bring nothing to the table. I'm really just trying to see what they got to see. Because then the question gonna be, what kind of women are y'all dealing with? Okay, what's next? Come on, we got some men in here. Y'all ain't got nothing to say. But y'all was under the post talking about nothing. Y'all was under the post talking about that's it. Y'all was under the post talking about women ain't coming with nothing these days. Y'all know I'm about to get started. Money can't be it because men bring that already. Men, now see you gonna kick some shit off early. You is gonna kick some shit off early. Men bring what to the table? So if men is bringing the money, who's going to manage the money? The man that's bringing it? Who's gonna manage it? Oh, let me tell you. What do women bring to the table? Hold up. To the table besides VaJayJay. Oh, VaJayJay. Okay, here we go. All right, here's the post. Let's pin that. All right, the woman. I didn't see the post. All right, so let's dive in. Lord, I'm trying to get somewhere. Fuck, man. Please get somewhere, because I need you in on this. I need you in on this. All right? Not all men have money. Okay, that part. All right, any other man want to chime in before I let the ladies have at it? I know these ladies are biting their tongues and stuffing their feet. Do any other man have a legit something they want to say before I let the women have at it? Any other man? Any other man? Do any other man can tell me or have anything to say about this topic? What do women bring to the table besides VaJayJay? They bring comfort, support, knowledge. Women pick up shit we lack. Okay. Listen. The men that was on the post talking about nothing, they ain't gonna come in this post. They ain't gonna come in this post because they know they're gonna be chewed to pieces. They ain't gonna come in this post. And if they do come in this post, they're gonna be quiet. They're gonna be quiet because they're gonna be chewed to pieces. So, all right, the men had their turn. It's our turn now. It's our turn. Hey, love. Do any other man have something they would like to say about the women that come to the table with nothing but vagina, but sex, but PUSSY, as the post said? If not, we're going to let the ladies have at it. All right? Now, before we get into that, I would like to offer everybody on this live my gift box, Yadamelon gift box. This one right now is going for 4 for 44. Everybody on this live can get 4 for 30. 4 for 30. Just mention live 30 and it's yours. 4 for 30. All right, we're going to get back to that. All right. Now, let's get into the good shit. Why is it that when men are being asked, what do women bring to the table? Why are you only looking at it from a materialistic standpoint, right? You don't have to wait till you get home. I ship out, but we'll talk about that. But why are y'all only looking at it from a materialistic standpoint? When you say, what do women bring to the table, 9 times out of 10, and where this post come from, when I read it or when I looked at the post, the guy's main, thank you for my badge. The guy's main objective was he come to the table with a house. He come to the table with money. He said he can buy everything that a woman provides, right? He said he can hire a maid to clean. He also said he can hire a chef to cook his food. What else? Here goes the good part. All right. Women are the crutch to all things. Whatever the man brings to the table, the woman amplifies it. Obviously, I'm speaking in reference to the women who are built that way. Okay. Cooking, cleaning can be done for less than $100 a week. Okay. Cooking, cleaning can be done for less than $100 a week. I don't know where at, because I've brought meal preps. My meal prep's been at least $130 for, I want to say maybe 3 meals for 5 days. I'm sure somebody somewhere do it better than that. My sister does house cleaning. I get her to clean my house all the time. At least $250 for my whole house. All right. So, but point of the matter, some men got money to afford those things, right? Here's what you can't afford, or here is what you can't buy. Here is the things that y'all don't recognize or give us props on that we bring. As my man said earlier, his girl got money management skills. The meal prepper ain't gonna help you with that. Somebody else said support. The housemaid ain't gonna help you with that. At the end of the day, we bring some most of. Let's start at the top. Let's start at what y'all bring. We bring our own money too, right? Some women come with their own houses too, right? Most of the time you ain't gotta pay no maid because she gonna clean up. Most of the time she's gonna cook. Let's get into the things y'all don't mention. Support is most definitely one of them. You have your own business, you have your own thing going, whether it's business or work or ideas or problems. She's morally supporting you. What's up, fool? She's morally supporting you. Let's get into companionship. Your maid ain't gonna do that. Now, unless you go to your maid and looking for a companionship, then your maid can become your companion. But at the end of the day, then that means this is what that woman brings to the table. Okay, companionship. Let's talk about affection. Your meal prep male chef ain't gonna give you affection. We talking about that touch, that personal touch, that rubbing of the head, that touching of the muscles, that rubbing your back a certain kind of way. We talking about the affection that you ain't about to get from the housemaid. Let's talk about organization skills, like somebody said. Organization skills, companionship can come from anyone in affection. When you get companionship from a woman, is it the same as you're going to get from your mom? Is it the same as you're going to get from your daughter? Is it the same as you're going to get from your female best friend? Is it the same? You can get affection and companionship from everywhere, but at the end of the day, is it the same as it is from when your girl giving it to you? Y'all be so willing to strip away the things that we do provide and do come to the table with. Why? Because you come to the table with money. Now strip that away from you. What else you got? What else you got? And see, when you talking about somebody like me, I have a whole list of shit. I'm talking about, like somebody saying, drive, ambition. Because I got ambition, how is that going to affect you? Because I'm a hustler, how is that going to affect you? That means I'm coming to the table with this. That means you ain't got to provide everything for me. You ain't got to provide everything for me. Can you go get my phone, the business phone? Yeah. All right. Can you get my business phone off the bed? All right. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Again, like I was saying, we talking about cooking, cleaning. We talking about support. We're talking about companionship. We're talking about affection. We're talking about a listening ear, communication skills. I come to the table with communication skills. I come to the table with comprehension skills. Very important. Very important. I come to the table. What's going on? What's up? I come to the table with entrepreneurship skills. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. So therefore, again, I can help you. I can push you into wanting to be an entrepreneur or doing business. I come to the table with resources. Hundreds of them. There's nothing that you can tell me you need or want, and I don't know somebody that can do it. There's nothing you can tell me you need or want, or I don't have a direct number to most of the time people that can do it. So at the end of the day, resources, organization skills. I can come help you organize and keep your house organized, handling important shit in a relationship. I know how to keep up with bills. I know how to get online and pay all my bills. I know how to keep up with that. I know when they due. I know how to put them in the calendar. I know how to remember that these bills are due. You know what I'm saying? So When it comes down to motherhood, if you have kids, I know how to be a mother. I'm mothering the kids, raising the kids. Most women are multitaskers. Very important in relationships. Very important. So again, y'all be like gonna go to, oh, I'm bringing the money in the house. What else? What else can you bring besides vagina? Like somebody else said, peace. They got some women that bring peace. I know all of us don't. And I know it ain't peaceful all the time. As most women on the post say, yeah, you come with the home, but who makes that home a house? If you're going to pay your way through everything, then again, the illusion that you're giving off is you don't need a woman. And then when you do that and the woman comes back and she don't need a man, now we're wrong because we're coming off as we don't need a man, but you ain't even recognizing the things that, you're not even recognizing the things that I bring to the table because you're so focused on the materialistic things you bring to the table. At the end of the day, if you bring in materialistic things and I'm bringing more emotional support, more psychological support, more things that you can't see, that's not tangible, now you're looking at me like she ain't bringing nothing. But listen, I'm bringing a whole lot of things. Maybe not materialistic. Maybe not all materialistic. And again, nowadays you have women that's bringing just as much material shit as you are. So again, if I strip finances and the house you can bring, what do you bring as a man? What do you bring as a man? So all the time people always say, or most people say, I want you to bring exactly what I bring. If you ain't got what you're asking for, blah, blah, blah. I totally disagree with that. Because again, if you bring in a house, then I'm going to bring maintaining the house to the table. If we both bring a house, then who the hell is going to maintain it? If we both bring in money, who the hell is going to maintain the money? If we both bring in a car, who the hell is going to tend to the bills? If we both bring in the same hustle, same exact hustle, and we always working, we always trying to make ends meet or figure out ways to make more money, who the hell gonna take care of the kids? What, you gonna hire a nanny too? What you gonna do? So at the end of the day, some shit that you bring, you shouldn't obligate me to bring. Because again, like somebody keeps saying, there's balance. There's balance in it. You come home, you had a rough day. If I don't have no nurturing skills, who gonna help you with that? You're talking about affection. You could get affection and companionship from anywhere. Okay, if you only got, let's just say you're getting affection from your male friends. Your male friends gonna touch you in a way that I could touch you? There's times where I want affection from my friends, right? But there's this certain affection that you get from a relationship that my friends cannot provide. They can't provide that. My children can't provide that. My mama can't provide that. There's motherly affection. There's the affection that you get from your kids, and then there's the affection that you get from your companion. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, y'all gotta start looking a little bit deeper than I provide money. All right, now we both provide money. What's next? 9 times out of 10, I'm protecting you. I'm giving you security, like, and again, that could be on both sides or whatever. But don't act like we're not bringing nothing else. Let's go back to some of the comments. And man, thank you again for my badge. I appreciate that. All right, let's go back to some of the comments. Let's just see what everybody's saying, because I've been talking for a minute. All right. He missing out on happiness. Exactly. Happiness, that's another thing. You know, at the end of the day, you can be happy by yourself. And let's not get it twisted. I'm not saying that you need, let me be careful with that. Because to me, now, at this day and age, I do feel like a woman need a man and a man need a woman. For all of these reasons above, right? Can I survive without the companionship or affection or nurturing or any of that, money, house, any of that from a man? Yes, I can. But how much better or easier will my life be if I allow a man to help me with these things? That's where I'm at now. So yes, you do need a man. Yes, you do need a woman. You can, and again, they always say, I don't need a man for sex. I don't need a woman for sex. I can do this and I can do that. We all know, we grown, we all know what masturbation is. But at the end of the day, how long? How long? How long before you go to, even if it's not your girl, your wife, your fiance, your little boo, if you go to just a little hoe or whatever, it's still a woman. And you needed that woman in that moment for that reason. And that's what she provided to you. If you a man that don't need nothing but vagina, how can you be upset that that's all the woman is bringing to the table? Because again, you don't need nothing. Remember, you don't need me for nothing. But then you get upset when this is all, and the next thing is, men and women can observe what this person potentially can bring to the table before you deal. So if you're not evaluating what this person can bring to the table before you deal with them, don't wait until you get in it to say, oh, all you had is vagina. Oh, he broke, he ain't got no money, he ain't bringing no money to the table. Don't wait till you get in the shit. You knew that shit before you even got there. So pick you a woman that got some things going on that can bring a little bit more to the table, because there's hundreds and thousands of them out there. Pick you a man that do have money and can bring a little bit more to the table, because there's hundreds of thousands of them out there. But because I keep picking the same ones for my own benefit, or because you keep picking the same kind of females for your own benefit, maybe you going after the big butt and pretty smile, but you ain't even checking her credentials to see what she can bring to the table. The original thing you wanted her to bring to the table was the VaJayJay. Now you tired of that shit, or now you got that shit. Now you want to point out what she can't bring to the table. But my nigga, you keep picking that kind of woman. You keep picking her. You mean to tell me out of the millions and millions and millions of women that is out here in the world, you can make a statement that you can agree to the fact that women brings nothing to the table? Out of the millions of women that's out here doing a fucking thing, you mean to tell me all that woman can bring to the table is vagina? Or is it the women that you keep picking that has nothing to offer that's bringing nothing to the table? Is it? Okay, let's get to the comments. Fool says some bring their own money. Of course, a lot of them bring their own money. So now that we matching pockets, what's next? You brought a house in a video, and I keep saying house and money because the original video, that's what he kept speaking on. He's bringing a house to the table and he's bringing money to the table. What else? What happens when the money runs out? What happens when, and as the woman kept saying in that same video, is I come to the table with my own house, or I can come to the table with my own house. What happens then? Now all bets are off. We not counting no more who can bring what to the table, because most men, that is, like I say in all my videos, if you on my live, you know that in most of my videos I say that's what the men go to first, because most times most men bring finances to the table. If you remove the finances, if you remove I want you to pay my bills, if you remove I want you to take care of me, if you remove all of those things, then what do you have that you're bringing to the table? What do you have? She said our own money, house, and talents. Organization. Exactly. Without organization without organization skills, the house is a mess. Our life is a mess. The bills are a mess. The kids are a mess. We have nothing in order. And most times men are busy working, trying to provide finances to solely take care of those things. And that's not to say that no men don't take care of those things. Let's not get it twisted. I'm just saying, in most cases, women handle those things, especially when you're in a house with a woman. Now, if you're on your own, that's something totally different. If you just that kind of man, kudos to you. But most times, men are out working, trying to make the bread, and women are handling those type of things. Money the only support anyone needs, in my opinion. Money is the only support anyone needs, in my opinion. So you don't need no emotional support. You don't need no physical support. You don't need no mental support. You don't need none of that. You just need money. Okay, I'm back now. What I missed? What about she brings you peace? Exactly. We talked about that. Yes, peace is a big thing. Money can't buy that, in a sense. If she was bringing you peace, if she's bringing you peace, and you paying the fucking bills, is that not bringing something to the table? Because it's not tangible, right? It gets overlooked. Oh, she's supposed to bring peace. Well, you're supposed to bring money. You're supposed to bring a house. You're supposed to. We can go back and forth all day long with that kind of conversation. I'm supposed to do this. You're supposed to do this. Who decides that? The two people that's in a relationship together. One person might not give a damn about peace. One person might not give a damn about your money. Who decides that? The two people that's in a relationship together. Support in whatever you got going, King. Whatever you're striving for, she gonna ride harder than your little friends would. That part, exactly. Ride or die. She bring that to the table. She gonna ride with you no matter fucking what. She gonna get out here and bust her head if she have to. You get sick, she gonna be the one with you at the hospital, bring you to the doctor, go and pick up your prescription. Y'all forget those little important things, man. Y'all forget that shit. Y'all be trying to play on us. Companionship can come from anyone in affection. We went over that already. Passion, drive, and money-making ideas. Exactly. Ambition. You can bring that to the table. If you lazy and I'm lazy, who is going to take care of the house that you've provided? If I don't have no hustle or no ambition, you're going to have to take care of all the bills and me. Y'all don't give women enough credit when they come to the table with that hustle and driving them up and driving them to make things happen. That's the less you got to make happen. That's the less you got to make happen. But again, you're not paying attention to that shit because you're not taking care of me. Even though you're not giving me no money, I'm saving you money. Because if I'm broke and you fucking with me, at some point you gotta take care of me. But if I'm saving you that part, come on, give me some credit for that. Give me some credit for that. You know what I'm saying? Might not need the type of companion. Okay. Well, at some point, if you OG the goals, if you feel like you can go through your entire life for the rest of your life without needing that kind of companionship from a woman, I don't know. You might want it from it doesn't matter whether you want it from multiple people or not. If those multiple people are women, it still means you need those women for that particular thing. You need those women for that particular thing. It doesn't mean it gotta be the woman that's in your household. If I'm going to multiple men, if I say I don't need a man, I shouldn't go to no man. None. Because I don't need no man. I don't need a man. I should be able to handle me on my own. Period. So the being that it's multiple people don't mean nothing. Let's see. And your kind is definitely very rare. Hey, it very much so is, fool. But at the end of the day, they out there. Maybe it's just that you have to change what you're attracted to. Maybe it's just that you gotta find what it is and what you're attracted to and change something about it where you can attract those women that is like that. You know what I'm saying? So the woman brings the essence to all things that matter. A woman drives a man, brings emotional content, the mental strength, and the support. The woman is a driving force for a man. Exactly my point. exactly my point. The driving force. Yeah, you are the car, but who drives the car? Yeah, you brought the car, but who drives it? Who gives you the sense of direction? Who telling you when you're making a wrong turn? Who pulling up the GPS so we won't get lost? Who is looking for monuments that tells us, oh, we close, or we there? Or who is doing all of that? You're driving, my nigga. You're driving. At the end of the day, do you need me to operate this car? No, you don't. But how much smoother would your trip be if I was here and able to operate the radio, the GPS, the phone that's ringing, the children in the back that's crying, and who's doing all that? Who's doing it? Now I'm saying that let me pin that out. Can I pin this too? Can I pin this? Can I pin this? Yes, let's pin that. All right, that was a good point, man. Like, that was a good point. 3 L's: loyal, love, laugh is what I bring to the table, respect, etc. Women, that's good shit. That's good shit. You need all 3 of them to have a healthy relationship, and people be bypassing the things that's not tangible because I can't touch it. I can't say here, yeah, this right here, this is what I bring. Because you can't do that with those 3 things. It gets overlooked. You forget that those things are even happening. You take your eye off of it because I'm focusing on your girl and them who posted his wife brought him a fucking brand new truck. But what kind of skills does that take for her to do that? What's in the background of that for her to be able to do that? That means money management. That means making money. That means fucking setting up and being able to go in credit. That means credit. That means being able to go to a car lot and picking out a car. That is all kind of things that come behind. I brought you this phone, or I brought you that truck, or I brought you them clothes, or I brought us a house. I came to the table with money. It's so many different things in the background of that has to happen in order for those things to even be present. You know what I'm saying? So, man, like, man, when my dude sent me this, let me give you the list that I gave him that I bring to the table. All right? I said, okay, well, what about listening ear, companionship, affection, creating memories, living life with you? What about support, commitment, mother to the kids, organizing things needed to live life stress-free? What about guidance, keeping you out of trouble, somebody by your side when you are in trouble? What about a cheerleader, a doctor, a stylist, catch you when you fall, great communicator, great comprehender, business partner, reliable, not just no any pussy, excuse my French, but sexually inclined and willing. I bring money, luxury in my own way. And when I say luxury, meaning we ain't gotta eat at the worst restaurant. I mean, we can go to Rude Chris a couple times. I mean, you know, that's luxury to me, because it could be we ain't doing none of that. It could be I can't afford none of that. It could be I ain't never paying the bill for none of that. It could be all kind of things. So that when I say luxury, that's what I mean. New ideas, positive vibes. I was like, man, I can go on and on about this. I say I bring resources. I'm a hustler. I got ambition, goals, decent credit, my own car, cooking skills in case you don't hire nobody, cleaning skills in case you don't hire nobody, entrepreneurship, which brings flexibility, honesty, loyalty, can handle business, multitasker, intelligent, and I can go on and on. These are things that get overlooked. They get overlooked. You know, and at the end of the day, those are things that can keep a relationship going. You hear me? It can keep a relationship going. So if I don't have, because I'm an entrepreneur, I have flexibility. That means whenever you want to do something, I can make my own schedule. Whenever you want to go out of town, I can make my own schedule. You want to roll a night, I can make my own schedule. That's important, right? Ain't it? So I have flexibility. Because I could always be busy. I could always be working. I could always be having to work and we can't ever do nothing. I could always be tired from work and now you can't even get the VaJayJay. It's small shit like that that y'all gotta stop overlooking. You gotta stop overlooking. You gotta stop overlooking. You have to stop overlooking. Men need to just admit they need us, period, point blank. That part. That part. So let's spin that one. That part. What can you bring if the money ain't there? Because a lot of the trust is gone, compassion gone, loyalty gone, respect gone, because you just focus on pussy. Yeah. It's hard to find peace. You right. It might be hard to find peace. I totally agree. It might be hard to find peace because, again, listen. If you start respecting some of these things that we bring, way more things that we bring to the table, you probably would have more peace. But you keep acting like I ain't doing this whole list of shit that I just read. You acting like I'm not doing these things. So you downplay me. And whether you verbally say you've downplayed me or whether you or your actions show that you're downplaying me, we feel it. We feel it. So you're not even looking at what else I said. Doctor, you're not even looking at that. You're not looking at every time you fucking sick. I'm checking on you. I bring concernedness to this situation. I bring compromising skills to this situation. I bring understanding. See, now my mind is going. You're not even, y'all don't give us enough credit, bro. Because y'all feel like, oh, we ain't at work busting our ass. And we don't get to keep all of our money that we worked for. That we ain't doing nothing. This is why when you come home from work and all of this shit that we done did that you have no idea of, this is why you don't understand that I'm just as equally exhausted as you. This is why you come and you like, well, what you bringing? Because you busting your ass at work, but I'm busting my ass whether I'm at work or not. I done exhausted myself, and then when you come home from work, I still got to embrace you. I still got to motivate you to keep going. I still got to uplift your spirits. I still got to make sure you got food on the table. I still got to make sure you got clean clothes. I still got to make sure there's clean towels. I got to still make sure there's soap and tissue when you get your ass in the bathroom from working and want to take a bath. I still got to make sure all of that shit happens. And then you get to tell me I don't bring nothing to the table? Nigga, if it wasn't for me, you would have been wiping your ass with a towel because you forgot to get tissue. Is that to say you cannot go to the store and get tissue? No, but that's to say you didn't even have to because I made sure that it was there. Your lights will be cut off. Your lights will be cut off if I didn't make sure that the lights stayed on. Not because you don't have the money, because keep in mind, you come to the table with finances. Not because you don't have the money to pay the bill, you just forgot. You forgot. And when I say guidance, that's not to say I gotta guide you and tell you how to live life. Because most men, I don't need no woman to guide me. I don't need no woman to guide. Yeah, you can live. We all listen to me. Now, if I was on here saying I don't need no man, I don't need no man to do nothing for me, and I was this independent monster, I'd be wrong. Because I literally can take care of myself as well. I literally can buy a extension pack of batteries from Sam's, because I got some, and take care of all my needs. All of them. I literally can. I literally have taken care of myself for as far as I can remember. I literally have had the perception of I don't need a man. But when it comes down, let's just say this. Just one fact. Let's just say I get into it with a man, right? I literally can stand up to that man. And I literally can protect myself or attempt to. What the fuck are my chances of winning that battle versus me having a man that would have stood up for me in that situation? And now the chances of him winning is 50-50. Now, as a woman, I can sit back and let this man protect me. I literally can protect myself. I literally pay my own bills. I literally buy my own clothes. I literally buy my own food. I literally live in my own house. I literally have my own car. I literally pay my own insurance, pay for my own car. I literally do those things too. But can I talk to myself? Can I talk to myself? That's what you think. You know what comes under peace of mind? What comes under peace of mind? How peaceful would your mind be if your fucking lights was cut off? How peaceful would your mind be if she didn't go to the grocery store and put the food in the ice box so that it can be cooked? How literally? How peaceful is that? I'm sorry. Why I need a man? I need a man for companionship. I need a man for affection. I need a man for sex. I need a man for financial help. I need a man for teaching my young men how to become men. I need a man for a number of things. A number of things that I felt like I can handle if you're not here. I can definitely do it if I keep the mindset of I don't need him. But again, as women, we're so stuck on, can you bring money? Can you bring money? Listen, yes, money is important. Let's not get that twisted. Money is definitely important. But can you be a positive role model? Can you help me pay the bills? If you help me, then that means my struggle and I don't have to work so much. So yes, I need that help. Because the years that I was doing it by myself, I was working 2 and 3 jobs to make sure that I was able to afford to do it by myself. But if I got a man that's going to help me financially, no, that's not all I want. That's not all I want. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to get under the car and change my own oil no more. I was doing that shit because I had a point to prove to myself and to men that I don't need you. I don't know a fucking thing about changing the oil. But because I'm trying to make a point, and because my pride is where it is, and because my perception is where it is of I don't need a man, I'm going to get my ass out there and try to change the oil. But at the same time, I want to be a woman. I'm not a handy woman. I don't know how to fix shit. I did the best that I can do with my boys as a woman, but there's things as a woman that I cannot teach my boys. Why? Because I need a man for that. At the end of the day, my children, my daddy, my partners, none of them can touch me and make me feel how my nigga touched me and make me feel. None of them. None of them. I never said that was your fault. What you talking about? That's solely my fault. But what I am saying is each other's fault. If we keep feeling like we don't need each other, if we keep overlooking the things that we do need from one another, we're going to always be in this position. I chose to change my perspective. Just imagine the hundreds of women and thousands of women that haven't changed their perspective yet. Imagine where I would be if I hadn't changed my perspective on this particular situation yet. Imagine what I would still currently be going through. And guess what? I'm still going through some of those things because I'm just now changing it. Imagine what my life would be if I had help of a man that was there trying to help me. Imagine how much money I could have saved if I would allow a man to be a man and help me pay these bills. If I would have understood that, yes, I do need this help because I'm running, my legs are getting swollen every time I stand too long on them bitches. You know what that's from? That's from working since I was 14, standing on them. 2 and 3 jobs. You won't work that much. Now your body is paying for it. Imagine how much less I would have had to work if I would have understood I need the help of a man to pay these bills or to financially help me help us. Because at this point, we're talking about men that lives with me. So again, when you say peace of mind, that's general. But what is under that umbrella? What's under that umbrella? There are women that do that for other reasons outside of proving a point. Okay, whatever their reason is, they still do it. Whatever their reason is, they still do it. Whatever their reason is, they're still saying, I don't need a man. Whatever their reason is, they are still belittling the fact that they need this man for something. And again, I don't care if that something is sex. Because you have women out there that have it all. I wasn't allowing them. They were trying to. I was not allowing them because I was doing everything. Because I was doing everything. I wanted to do everything because I found power in that. So they were trying, in the beginning, they were trying to until I stripped them totally away of it. I don't want to do that no more. I want to be verbal about the things that I do need. I deal with a lot of shit. I need a listening ear. I need a listening ear, but I need you to be able to comprehend as well. I need you to be intelligent, at least to my level or more. Dude can tell you right now, I be saying all kind of shit. I don't be knowing what the hell I be saying. And if he wasn't standing there saying, what you just said, I probably would have went on about my day. I have this thing where I say, instead of stop, I say top. Like, what? Now that part of it is just a joke, but there's times where I say, yeah, I'm sure y'all done heard it on live. There's times where I fumble across words, don't know how to pronounce the word correctly. And if this man was not as intelligent as he is, who gonna tell me? Who gonna tell me? And it's just the small things, again, that we overlook. And then I get to say, you don't do nothing for me, or you get to say, I don't do nothing for you, but we overlooking the whole list. Yeah, you could pay. Yeah, you got money. Yeah, you could pay for your food. But because I'm here, I'm saving you that $100 a week, which is $400 a month. I'm saving you that. Now you can take that 400 and you could buy them Jordans you say you wanted, versus you spending that 400 and spending another whatever on the Jordans. So at the end of the day, you can buy all the food you want. You can buy all the food you want. You can go and hire whatever maid you want to clean this motherfucker up. But what happens when I am here and I am providing that? Don't take that away from me because you can afford to buy it. Don't take that away from me because you can afford to pay for your meals. Don't take that shit away from me. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, we gotta understand. We gotta understand, but what if her food tastes like shit, then what? What if? Now, instead of you paying somebody to cook, send her to cooking school. Make it more beneficial for you. So I can stop paying this person to cook, but I'm going to pay you. I'm going to pay for you to go to cooking school. Now you can cook for us. Invest in her for the benefit of the both of y'all. I tell people all the time, no, I don't want to force you to change, but I hope and pray that you are willing to change for yourself, which in return, I will benefit from. You know what I'm saying? Okay, you can cook. You can cook. So now that you can cook, do you want to go to work? Do you want to take care of kids? Do you want to do all these other things throughout the day and then still cook all the time? Is it not a help to you to have a woman there that can cook also, that takes the load off of you when you don't feel like it, or when you don't have time to, or when you don't want to? Is that not a help to you? We do need y'all. I feel we all need each other in many different ways. Find that one person that's worth it and run it up. Be on some we stuff. Forget about the single letter I. Yes, please. That's what. And again, I had that shit bad. I still do got it bad. It's not as bad as it used to be. I can admit that because I changed my perspective. Yes, we need. Yes, we need. And those who have put in their mind that they don't, that's because you're living and breathing without having that. But if you had that, if you had that peace of mind, if you had somebody in your corner, if you had somebody coming to the table and willing to put up just as much, if you had the hustler, if you had the nurturer, if you had the person that compliments you and lifts you up when you're having a bad day as a man, if you had all of these things, if you had trust, loyalty, honesty, if you had good looks, if you had all this shit, it could just be this woman look good and you get to say this your woman when you step in a room because you're making a statement to your boys. It could be little shit that y'all really not paying attention to. And women got that shit bad too. Women got that shit bad too. If you ain't paying my bills, you ain't doing nothing. That's not true. That's not true. I done change your oil. I help your boys and teach them certain things. I protect you from, whatever harm when you with me. I compliment you. I'm affectionate. We kiss, we hug, we pillow talk. I listen to you. It's plenty of things that y'all bring to the table as well, and I know I'm missing a lot of them because I'm trying to think off the top of my head. But y'all know what y'all bring. How would you feel if you was paying the bills and we say you don't bring nothing to the table? Because I can pay my own bills. Like I literally can. You over here busting your ass at work, which means you dedicated, you reliable. It's so much other shit that comes with that. That's the mentality of most women until a few months ago. That has been because, again, we're bringing all of this stuff to the table and it's going unnoticed. So in our minds, we're doing a lot, right? In our minds, we're doing a whole list of shit because we actually are. But you're not even paying attention to that. So now when you come and you say, I want to just pay the bills, nigga, like, they ain't enough. They ain't enough. You got to bring just as much as I'm bringing. And again, 9 times out of 10, she's not even looking at all of the smaller things that you're bringing to the table. What's up, Retroflex? And that's what old boy in the video was speaking on. So he was speaking on materialistic things. He specifically said he got to bring you a house and money. What do y'all bring? That's exactly what he said. He was focused on, he brings the house. And as that woman kept trying to say, same thing. He's looking at, because you ain't bringing a house and the money, you ain't bringing nothing. Is that true? Like she said, who's going to decorate the house? Who's going to set up the house? Who's going to keep the house up? Oh, I could pay for a maid. You can. So now I'm bringing money saving skills to the table. But he wasn't even willing to come down to even listen to her. He wasn't even willing to come down and listen to her. So that's a whole different ballgame. He wasn't even willing to be submissive enough to listen to what she was saying, because she was telling him what else can she bring to the table. You wasn't even trying to hear her. Not even trying to hear it. Honestly, revolution and the government has ruined any chances of real Black relationships. I agree. And it's time for us to take the shit back. It's time for us to take the shit back, because you definitely have people that is getting assistance with those things and don't have to pay anything. So they're able to say they got their own house. They're able to say they provide their own food. They're able to say they do all of these things themselves, and then there goes the man trying to compete with that. But then you have your men that got money, right? And he don't want for nothing. So in his mind, all he need is vagina. There goes a woman trying to compete with that. She can prove she can do it a man. So, and here's my thing with that. He was saying he can bring a house and money to the table. Her saying that she can do the same thing is her trying to do what a man does. But in his defense, he's saying this is what he brings to the table. What you got? What if that was what she brings to the table? Is that doing what men do? But then when we expect y'all to do that, it's a problem. It's a contradiction. You consider that as her trying to do what a man does if she bring money in a house to the table. But then if we expect y'all to bring that shit to the table, we're wrong. But you just said that's what a man do. So which one is it? Do y'all bring finances to the table or not? And if you do, why is it a problem when a woman wants you to bring finances to the table? Let me guess. You want to bring that to the table yourself. You don't want me to say that that's what you're bringing to the table. Or you don't want me to request you to bring that to the table. You don't want me to demand you to bring that to the table. You don't want me to mention that that's what you bring to the table, but that's what y'all bring to the table. I don't get it. I don't get it. If finances is what you bring to the table, why is it a problem for me to say bring finances to the table? Why? That's a known fact. That's what you bring. Why do you guys have a problem? Why do you have a problem with women saying, okay, bring finances to the table? We bring way more than money. What else? What else? Name some shit. Help me recognize some other shit that I'm probably not paying no attention to. Name some shit. And that's respectfully. I'm not saying it in a way of, no, y'all don't. I'm saying name it because I want to see what y'all feel y'all bring to the table so that I can make sure that I start paying more attention to those things if I'm not already paying attention to it. Name it. She never said what she brings outside of that because he was so adamant about, I bring this, I bring this, I bring the house and this. What do you bring? He wasn't even allowing her a chance to really thoroughly get into the conversation. That's what made her go to, well, I could bring that too. I bring my own money. So the way he was saying it, like, I bring the money in the house, you don't bring nothing but vagina. So is that saying that I can't bring money in the house? Yes, that's exactly what it was saying. And that's why she went to saying what she was saying. Women with kids only want finances. Nope, not true. Not true. And I'm a woman with kids. That's not true. It's not true. What else? What else you got? Men with money get cheated on the most. Here we go, Benadryl. You is something else, but we gonna bypass that conversation. No man that allowed themselves to get in their feelings get cheated on the most. Okay. You bring way more than money because y'all want to dictate and control the flow of the finances. If I let you dictate and control, now do we have to control 100%? No, we shouldn't. We shouldn't do that. But if I let you dictate and control, how much gonna get done? But there's nothing wrong with allowing your woman to help dictate and control where the funds go. There's nothing wrong with that. But because you make the money, and I guess I'm the same way. Because if I make my own money, I don't really want you telling me how to spend it. But what I'm trying to do, and I just had this conversation today, and Lord knows he can agree. What I'm trying to do is not take it as you're trying to control my money. You're just trying to get me to spend it in a better way. I want to go on 50 fucking trips. It's my money, so I feel like I should be able to do what the fuck I want with my money. But if you over here saying, I don't think that's a good move, you got X, Y, and Z to do, why you don't take some of that money and do this? Maybe you could go on one trip versus 10 and take the other money and invest in your business. That's not fucking controlling my money. We got to stop looking at shit a certain way. We got to stop looking at shit a certain way. At the end of the day, if this woman is telling you, man, listen, I know your check only $500, but $400 of that got to go on the bills. She's not trying to control your money. She's not trying to. He's trying to get you to make a smart move with your money. That's all I'm saying. We gotta change our perspective sometimes. Sometimes it don't be that this woman is trying to control you, even men. Sometimes it don't be that he's trying to control your money. I'm just trying to give you a better option on what to spend your money on. But because we so fucked up mentally, we look at everything as a sense of control. Everything. And the more we keep doing that, the more problems we're going to keep having. The more problems we're going to be. Settle down. And take a second. You know how hard it was for me to have that conversation today and actually shut the fuck up? You know how hard that was? You know how much I was in my mind, like, is this about control, or is he trying to guide me? Is he trying to guide me in a better direction? You know how hard it was to actually take what he said into consideration, because is this about control or is this about guidance? Listen, I'm talking about my struggle. Y'all think I be having these conversations just to give advice? I take it as well. My nigga, do you know how hard it was for me to say, I want to do this with my money? I'm not asking you for yours. I want to do this with my money. That I actually have enough money to do this with. And somebody over there like, do you really need to go on that trip? You want to put yourself in a position where you have X, Y, and Z on the side, and you could do this with this money on the side, and you could, man. It was so fucking bad, my nigga, that I literally fought off having an attitude. I literally had to fight it off and actually be quiet, because if I would have continued to talk, and we were just having a conversation, I would have fed more into, he's trying to control. 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 I shut the fuck up so that I could mentally fight off those thoughts, so that I can actually hear and listen to what he was saying, to see if it was for the better benefit of me or not. And by doing so, the perception is that's what it was. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. I'm just giving you a better sense of direction of something better that you can do with that same money. I've never been married. I probably would have been married more times. Thank you for my badge. Thank you for my badge, Groove. Thank you. Thank you so much, man. If y'all fucking with your girl, don't forget you can send me a badge. Y'all should see it on your screen. It's no pressure. No pressure at all. But thank you for my badge, Groove, man, because at the end of the day, bro, these conversations keep me going. And the only reason I haven't been married, I've been engaged, but I have not been married, is because I didn't have these perspectives. I didn't have these thoughts. I didn't have this mind. I wasn't open to change. I wasn't compromising much. I wasn't, as I say, I wasn't allowing a man to do nothing. I was treating men like boys. All of these things I've done in my past. I've been engaged during that time, but now that I'm transitioning and still in the middle of a transition, I right now don't even want to be married. I'm honestly, if I had to say, do you want to be married right now or not? Nope. It'll strictly be about having a wedding. If I said I want to get married right now. Now, if I was proposal and this man is willing to accept me where I am and willing to grow with me to a better place, that's something different. But if it was me saying, I want to get married right now, I don't think I'm ready. And a lot of people always say you can't never get ready for marriage. I personally feel like you can. I personally feel like you can. And I say that because I feel like if I know I'm still struggling with certain things that can cause me my marriage, why would I want to be married in that phase? If I'm saying I'm still struggling with allowing a man to be a man, or I still feel like this man is trying to control my money, don't you think that if I got married right now, today or tomorrow, that'll be a problem? You think your husband trying to control your money? Your husband can't tell you nothing about how you spend your money. I don't think that's a good quality to have as a wife. Me personally. Again, if somebody asks for my hand in marriage, apparently they know how I am. They know what I'm struggling with. They know my weaknesses. They know my strengths. And if you're willing to deal with that, then that's a different story. That's a different story. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about the whole marriage thing. What would you then bring to the table? Not peace. Exactly. That's why I can honestly say I don't bring 100% peace to the table right now. I don't. Because I still struggle with certain things. But again, if that man understood that, I can say I probably would bring more peace than what I currently bring. I can say that. My dude called me bipolar. Called me crazy. He called me all of those things above. Is he right? Yeah, if he catch me in them 2 weeks that my hormones are changing, yeah, he's 100% right. Cam me up. Oh, wait, you did the oh, okay. All right, Faye. Let's see what you got. All right. Let me answer this question, and Faye, I got you. I'm gonna put you in. Is you open to a guy that's a boss just like you? Before, as in I'm 38, as in probably like 35, no. Right now, my mind is open to it, and I don't know how I will react to that. My current dude is his own boss, right? And I think it's refreshing. We don't live together though. We don't live together. When he say boss, are you saying, you say, are you a boss? To me, I am. To me, I am. To each his own in their opinion, but to me, I am. Can I be better at that status? Yes. I have a whole lot of room for improvement. Whole lot of room for improvement. Who don't? They got somebody out there that wouldn't feel like I am. I really don't care what they feel. To me, I am in my own way. So I guess it just depends on what you mean by boss. Faye, let's see what you got. Faye, let's see what type of time you on today, Faye. Don't forget. What's up, man? Man, why you gotta come on with the shades, man? I ain't got time for your bullshit tonight.
Cause I'm trying to duck all this bullshit you got flying through the air. It's simple. It is simple. Like we as a man, you can't. You need if a man wants to be successful in life, he has to have a woman to, moral support, emotional support. You know what I'm saying? A peace of mind. That's it. Peace of mind. I don't need to wonder if you a slut. I don't need to wonder if you're lazy. I don't need to wonder about none of that. Give a man a positive image to respect. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all you can bring to the table. Anything else in this day and age, a man or a woman can do for themselves. You said about paying bills and forgetting. All my bills on auto pay. They come out one of the accounts every time, certain date. Down to the, I have 2 refrigerators and a deep freezer, 6 cabinets in a pantry full of food. I don't need a maid. I don't need a store run. I'm barely here. Peace of mind. When I'm earning the money, like let's go back in the days when you used to have niggas that used to work offshore, right? Now I know this man offshore, and I know you his woman. Why you over there, with Mr. Johnny? Why Mr. Johnny knocking, blowing your back out every time your man go on the boat? That man can't even earn a decent living. He out there, he paying the bills for you to just let let John who stand on the corner all day blow your back out while he risking his life on the barge. You see what I'm saying? It's not a peace of mind. You can't have a peace of mind like that. You see what I'm saying? It's a peace of mind. That's if you want as a woman, because it seems like you're a woman who's searching for kind of you kind of want to be like that movie, like what a man wants. A man wants a woman he can trust. Do a man think about a woman's past? Hell yes. Hell yes. I'm not about the wife. Nobody I know for a fact is a slut. Like if I thought you was a slut, if I heard you was a slut, and I do a little research, I'm not wifing you. That's just not gonna happen. I'm not
So
wifing them.
would you still deal with that person though?
We can have fun times. I like a slut too. Just like I won't see that's what
So
happened.
so
That's what
you would aid in making her more of a slut,
because
but you won't.
you know what happens? Now Joan and Mr. Johnny and all the rest of the niggas, yeah, I'm saying then I posted that earlier. Then your body beat down and ran that thing beat up, ran out, bent out of shape.
But what
Nah,
if it's not? What if it's not? What
we
if
talking about a slut. We talking about a slut. Let's not talk about physics and it just took this, it stood the beatings and poundings that it was getting. We not talking about that. We talking about how many men have been through there. I ain't even talking about the feeling. I'm just talking about the wear and tear. How many owners the car done had. You know what I'm saying? You can have a car that had 100 owners, but can still be in perfect condition. I'm not talking about I'm just talking. It's a metaphor. No, you got 6, 7 children. Let's be honest. It be abroad, and I just sit and I watch her on Instagram every day, like making her ass clap, making her cheeks clap together, just in the club, and for a fact, she got 4 children with 4 different baby daddies. Every time I look at my phone screen, I be like, baby, go lay your ass down somewhere. But that's neither here nor there. I say that to say, like I say, you coming to the you know what women bring to the table? Baggage. A lot of fucking baggage. Now all these men that got you pregnant, you got all these fucking children. Now you want a decent man to, I'm not even say bail you out, but you want me to kind of, I guess, grow the love. No. I won't slut.
Listen to this, and not to cut you off.
Go ahead.
How many kids you have?
Who, me? I got 3.
3. Are they with the same mom? 2
of them is, one of them not. One was way when we was in Cohen and I was nasty that I'm gonna tell you, I didn't even know about her. To her mom, her mom was so nasty, she couldn't even be definitive. That's why she didn't know who to bring it to. She didn't know which one of us to bring it to. So she chose, I don't know if she flipped the coin in the air. I don't know the logical, maybe she wanted that to be the dad. I don't know. But that's who signed the birth certificate. That then down the line, the baby grew up and just honestly was like, man, it's not my fucking dad. Like on some shit like this. It was weird. It was real crazy. But
so do you take as much accountability for dealing with a woman like that as you want her to take for being a woman like that?
No, because you know what? And Cohen, I love to I was a fool parading around. This is my girlfriend. The whole you listen to them 70 songs, they tell you the whole world's laughing at you. I'm walking around, this bitch is my girlfriend, but the whole world know niggas 2 niggas out the basketball team slamming her. A nigga out Mr. Durrell class slamming her. She out of I'm blind because I'm naive. Giving motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt. Not my girl. That's, yeah, how can I take, what your question was? Do I take accountability?
Any accountability for dealing with women like that?
I don't know. That was the only one. You see, a fool doesn't learn. A fool doesn't learn.
So the baby mama that have 2 children, are you with her?
Baby mama that has 2? No.
Okay, so no. She only have those 2 or she have more?
She got a bunch of more.
So do you take accountability for adding that baggage to her life that she's going to bring on to another man?
I was the first, and they can't even discipline my children. They can't even. God honest truth. A situation happened. My first son, my oldest son. I guess he called himself whooping him or something, and the shit went left. And from that moment on, he has a daddy. He always had a daddy. My daughter has a daddy. The other one that stays in the house. If it's anything that needs to be said, done, or handled with them, call me. I'm giving you permission. Call me. I don't give a fuck what his mama say or nobody else. You call me. Because if you don't call me and you put your hands on one of them again, I'm going to put my hands on you. And as God is my witness, as in all the holy apostles, that was the only time we ever had to have that conversation. That's another thing women got to stop doing. I understand that that's a hard thing, because you trying to, every man ain't going to go for that. Every man ain't going for that. You see what I'm saying? I can't be with you and I can't tell your children nothing. You see what I'm saying? But a woman has to know when she has a baby daddy, because when it gets to that situation, if your baby daddy ain't shit, then he has no right to set any ground laws or rules when it comes to those kids. But if you have a man who take care of everything for his kids and don't ask you for shit, then it should be you respect what that man say. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a man who tell them, you know what, don't listen to you. You don't got to listen to your mom or don't. No, you stay under her roof. That's still your mother.
So, right. So I understand that part, but what I'm asking is, you said you're not wifing no woman, and the crazy shit is, we had this conversation on the last podcast that I was on, and they were talking about, the question was, what's the limit of children a woman or a man can basically come with, blah blah blah. And for the most part, one said none, one said one or two, the other one was like 3 is the most. This is my thing with that. You say women come with baggage, right?
A lot
That's
of it.
because when a man comes to that woman and she has kids, you're coming to the woman with the kids. Men don't have their kids, in a sense. And when I say don't have their kids, I'm saying that to say, if you go live with a woman right now, you're not going to live with that woman with them kids, because the mama have. So your baby mama would be the woman going to live with a man with her kids. There is the baggage. Men have the same amount of baggage. In order for a woman to have 3 kids, there is a man out there that have them same 3 kids, or there's a man out there that might have 1 or 2. In your case, a man is dealing with your baby mama that got the 1, and there's another man dealing with your baby mama that got the 2. You say she got more. You call that baggage, but you added to that baggage. You caused that baggage. You are just accountable for that.
My kids was
You
there
are
first.
just accountable for that baggage as she is.
It's only 2 of us. She got 2 with me and like 5 with him.
Okay,
my kids was there
but
first.
the man that she's gonna get with, is
No,
gonna
she's still
say,
with him. She's still with him.
okay, well, the man that she's with, he's gonna say, you got baggage, which is 5 kids.
He's the baggage. He the fucking baggage. My kids was there first.
Maybe he is, but let's just say let's say she get with another man.
Right.
She got 5 kids. That man gonna say, no, baby, you got too much baggage. Guess what? You are a part of that baggage.
Mine out the way. Mine gone. Remember, I just told you. I made mine in corn. Mine gone. Out the door. Last year. He gone.
Listen, what I'm saying is,
I get it. You saying the person who said they was 2 years old. But you got
so
it.
your kids that she has is not considered a part of the baggage, because they
hell no, they the older. You know what she tried to use my children for, and I had to really put my foot down on that. My kids not no fucking babysitters. You know, I had to make her see. You want my children to watch your younger children, but you don't want my children to tell your younger children nothing.
Bitch, but you don't want the man that's living in a house with your children to tell your children nothing.
Hell no.
Exactly.
So
why should she let your children tell her younger children something?
Why should
because
she
it's your children?
No, because why would she ask my children to watch them? You make that make sense. You want me to walk your fucking dog, but you don't want his feet to touch the ground. Make it make sense.
Why would I ask my oldest children to watch their younger children? Most likely is for her to go to work.
No.
Most likely.
No.
Oh, okay, well.
Hell no. It be on, like, put it like this. You come on, and you lived in I'm quite sure, well, I don't know your situation, but She want to blame y'all older and you supposed to watch them. And how? Why do they know? That's your fucking kids. If they can't, how can I watch somebody? Put it like this. Okay, let's say if she was going to work, why would you ask me to watch somebody that I can't discipline? I don't ask that nigga to watch my children. He don't need to watch my children. Do shit.
So you can have your children all day, every day, 24 hours a day?
What you mean?
Can you have your children all day, 24 hours, 24/7? Are you in a position where you can have your
you saying
kids?
if they was 2 years old? Like you
No,
speaking
I'm
on
saying,
you said right
yeah,
now? Or if they were 2 years old.
when they were younger, you say they're adults now, so you don't have to watch them. But
Right.
are you in position to take when your kids were not able to take care of themselves, or were you in position, or are you in position to take your kids with you 24/7?
They don't have to be. See that's okay. Let me introduce something else to you. I had that kind of mom and sister. I see it. Then that's gonna be. I want you to make that a topic. That men and women that have children, just because you have children, you don't have to deal with that man or that woman. I used to put. You see what I'm saying? I always, from a young age, I understood that to a lot of women, kids ain't nothing but a fucking bargaining chip for either money or a man that they're trying to keep. Right? I didn't want to be neither. So I always kept a third person. You need to contact me, call, and this was how our relationship got into a good space. You need something that you requiring something of me, call my mama, call my sister. I don't need to talk to you. Me and you don't need to speak. You see what I'm saying? Because that only causes conflict. We don't need to speak. They need something, call it's gonna get taken care of. They need somewhere to go, call my mom. She'll be glad to come get them. Call my sister.
Okay,
She'll be
so
glad to come get them.
but if they need something, don't call a nigga that's living in the house with them. If they need to be chastised, don't call a nigga that's living in the house with them. If they need to be babysitted, don't call a nigga that's living in the house with them. If they need any of that and you're not physically here available, you rather me call your mama that's not in the house with me that needs to come here versus this man that lives here with these kids. See, that's what we fucked up at. Because at the end of the day, if this man is living in a house, if this is my man, can you imagine somebody being married to a husband that can't fucking allow their husband to chastise the kids that he financially takes care of, that he financially provides for, that he going bust his ass at work for, because you probably not paying my bills, you're probably taking care of your kids, but you're not paying my light bill, you're not paying my rent, you're not paying none of that, and this man is going out there and make sure that those things get taken care of for your kids.
I get
you
it.
can't have your kids 24/7 because you got to work too in order to be able to take care of your kids.
Listen, I get it, but he wasn't that type of nigga. He was always
I
about
don't
the
give
shit.
a damn what
I know, but I
is.
get it. I get what you're
If
saying.
this is her man,
I get what you're saying, right? I get what you're saying. But you got to find you a man.
Doing it for me is doing it for my kids.
Listen,
if this man is doing this, listen, if he was just doing it for me, he would pay my portion of what needs to be paid. This man knows that I have kids, so if he's paying my rent, that's him paying my rent for me.
You know them, but you know for a fact that them are big ifs. You come on, we can pull 100 niggas.
What?
That's a big ass if. These niggas ain't paying nobody rent. These motherfucking people on Section 8 and are they paying their own bills? These some independent women.
Listen, just because somebody is on Section 8 don't mean that they don't have rent to pay.
That nigga
don't mean that.
That nigga not even supposed to be there. They on welfare, whatever that is.
Listen, let's go to what the facts are.
I'm just saying.
He's there, and he's taking care of your kids in some kind of way.
No, not in my situation. Not in my situation.
Yes,
not in my situation.
You probably not. Well, maybe not in your situation.
Yeah,
but
not in my situation.
You take care of your kids financially. You think you cover everything? You think this man don't cook for your kids? Do you think you are buying and providing food every day? No, you're not.
Let me tell you, I sent 200 from the time they were 11 months and my son was 3. $200, $300 a week, nothing less than $200 a week. A week.
You think $200 and this is
no, this just money that I'm sending. This just money that I'm sending. I'm buying every piece of clothing and every piece of shoes. I'm doing it. So
Okay.
so go ahead with your question. Go ahead with your question. You
I
ask
was
that
I,
motherfucker.
I was about to just ask, do you think $200 a week is enough to take care of a kid? Now, again, if you're talking about when he's 2, that might be, because you don't have to worry about food every day. You don't have to worry about
Yeah, you
uh
listen. I was always my kid. I got my kids. Don't say about time. I put all the
no,
time
I'm
in
not.
my kids.
No, I'm
No,
not.
no, no. I'm in the
Listen,
comments. I'm in the
I'm not.
comments. I'm in the comments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm in the
no, I'm
comments.
not taking away. I personally know, a little bit more of what you do with your kids or whatever
Right? They
like that.
can.
But I'm just
You
saying,
look. See,
I'm saying,
somebody say, man, they eat the $200. Is they $200 to do it? Like I said, if I'm providing all the clothes, all they draws, they whatever they need. If you want to run me up for fucking toilet paper, because I don't think I never bought toilet paper, but they should have been able to get some toilet paper out of their $200. I didn't bought soap before, but you know
but
what I would.
that's why I be saying parents, whether it's a woman or a man, think that sometimes when parents get on child support, and again, I know this is way off subject, but the,
It's not, because
at
it got everything to do with everything.
at
It
the
got
end of the day,
everything to
it's
do.
like
Why this person keeps saying time and money like I wasn't there? Didn't listen.
no, he was there, but the
The
point I'm
whole
making is
time I never missed
the
a
point
beat.
the point I'm making is the man that lives with her still covers something. You're missing,
Like I said, not in my
and it
case.
may not
This nigga was a
and it
dope
may
dealer.
not be it may
He was,
not be financial. It may not be, like, again, like you say, you're not missing nothing. So
what
you're
you
there,
know
you're
what he
active.
was providing. You know what he was doing. one Christmas, my grandmother bought them for as her gift that she bought. That's when Nintendo, they like around the time Nintendo Switches and shit came out. So she bought them a Nintendo. Oh no, not Switches. What was after this? What was before the Switch? It wasn't no fucking Game Boy, but it was the that other little fucking handheld, whatever that was, the little
The
fucking
we
not the Wii, not the Wii, but it was a handheld, whatever it was, the Nintendo something. But she bought both of them one. This nigga, to satisfy his high, steals and goes sit. That's what he was there doing. The DS. There you go. The
DS.
DS with the cameras. The DS. My man. That's the shit he was doing. Stealing my fucking children's belongings and going and sell them. Like I said, my situation was different. But I get what you're saying. That some women have I guess a strong man there doing this. And that's why I said, that was the first thing on my mouth said, every man is not gonna go for that. Because I know I'm not gonna go for it. Even though I require that, I'm definitely a hypocrite. Because at the end of the day, if your children can't listen to me, I can't watch them. I
Right.
can't do it.
So why is it different when it comes down to somebody else having that same feel
We
towards your
don't,
kid?
because we don't need you. We don't need you. We
Yes,
doing
yes,
fine.
yes.
We doing fine.
Listen, two strong male father figures is better than one. Two female mother figures is better than one. And this is how me and my kid stepmom became almost like
I
besties in a
never
sense,
see. Yeah,
because
I never had that. My baby mom. I never put them in the same room. I don't because why? Why would I do that? Why would I ever
why?
do that? Because for one, I never had my kids around. I like I said, my life was different. It was real different. I don't bring my children around random women.
Mm-hmm.
That's for one. We just not gonna do that. I don't even bring random women to meet my people. You know how the people always, you got a lot of females that feel like men are fake and their family are fake. I don't have them problems because you're not gonna meet my family to ever consider them fake. You don't have to worry about them being fake because ain't gonna never really sit in their presence unless we're locked in serious, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the person I did that with, she didn't have kids, and it was beautiful. That was another story. But now I don't go through like I call it hot ghetto messes. Like ain't no way my baby mama about to be you know what that come from? You know why that happened like that? Because I never the third person. I never had baby mama drama in my life. Because I never wanted none of them, and I never allowed them to play with my relationship. I never allowed them to disrespect my relationship, and that's what most men do. let their fucking baby mamas run rap shot in their relationship, and that's why that shit don't work. Always understood that. We, like I say, we have nothing to, now, like I say, I got a 5-year-old. It's my youngest. Me and his mama, I'm more mature now, and I'm more open. We have a limit, because she still can't get it through her. I don't know what she think, but she get when she get off subject, when the topic gets away from from him in school or some shit, I gotta go. I'll call you back. I just hang up in mid sentence. When she off script about anything else other than him, I'm hanging up, because we don't have nothing else to talk about other than him.
So that just goes back to my original question with you, like how many kids a woman can have in order for you to deal with them, in order for you to
I'm gonna tell you another story. I had a female, she only had one son, right? I was there his whole life. I was there from what it was. We were messing around, and I was unfaithful. I really didn't think we were serious. We never said we were boyfriend and girlfriend. So this when we first got to Atlanta after Katrina, right? So I'm in, we got multiple hotel rooms. So I got a little female in this room and a little female up the hall. I'm wilding like that. And so my brother messing with her friend, and they, they introduced us on that they want double date type shit. So we were kicking it more than, I ain't gonna much lie, more than me and that other females. But when my brother and the friend got sour, she told her, oh, he be having all kind of girls. So she did what she did, and I accepted it, because I was feeling her. So she had the baby. The nigga was out the picture. He was gone. He won't be no daddy. I was the daddy. Fast forward, man, the little man, we was together all the way till he got to like in the maybe like the third, fourth grade. I guess, and I tell women that I'm a person, I'm a counselor for women in relationships. I try to keep people together. So after this experience taught me to tell females from that day forward, give your man a chance. Now, I don't condone cheating.
How you want us to give a man a chance when you ain't giving us a chance because we got baggage?
No, what I'm saying is,
make sense.
No, that's on. I can't explain y'all baggage. I can't make the man give her a chance. I'm talking about when they together. So you got some women at the first sign of trouble, that a man doing some immature shit, they be won't run. But they gotta understand, as a man who went through that, we mature slower than women. We come into our power slower than women. Women kind of, for whatever reason, I think it's God given. They know how to. They know how to make shit happen. They know how to be that voice of reason. Yeah.
We know how to make shit happen, so we do got more shit than just vagina.
Yeah. I'm not one of them who said that. I told you what y'all, you know what y'all bring to the other than a piece. If you don't like the word peace of mind, y'all bring structure. There you go. Tell your fans. A woman brings structure to a man. That's her job. Okay. That's her purpose. To bring structure and peace. So I say that to say, I had to learn that, some men at the time he might have wasn't ready to be a daddy, but when he was ready to be a daddy, and mind you, I'm there when that little dude was sick, I'm up with him. When he first day of school, I'm walking him around there. I'm buying uniforms, shoes, food, all that. So I felt a certain kind of way when now all of a sudden this nigga, you allow this nigga to come into the picture and play daddy. I didn't make a big fuss about it. I just left, because I can't operate like that. Because if I just sat here and told you that I didn't allow my baby mamas to dictate my relationship, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, you was missing in action for about 5 or 6 years. We good. We don't need you.
You mean to tell me, because he was missing in action for 5 or 6 years, he does not deserve?
Hell no. That little dude didn't know him. She forced it. See what I'm saying? Why do females force the relationship? I'm his dad.
Because a child need their dad.
Ain't that a bitch? Why
a child needs their dad.
Why he need him the other 5 years?
He needed him then as well.
Oh, he just okay. So, like I said,
So now that my dad is here, You're gonna leave me.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta peace out.
Oh my Lord,
That's
that's a whole
so.
nother
So to
topic
answer
for a
your
whole nother
question, listen. To
situation.
answer your question, how many kids I developed a saying: if your baby daddy ain't dead or in jail for the rest of his life,
Thank you,
we could just kick it. We could just
thank you,
kick it.
Chef.
If he ain't dead or in jail for the rest of his life with no possibility of parole, we can just kick it.
But and
That's it.
you've placed that type of thing upon your kid's
Uh,
mom that you have kids with. So she may
how?
be out there going through that somebody is looking at her and judging her in a way because you gave her 2 kids and you're no longer with her. Or your first baby mama, you gave her a kid and you're no longer with her. So again, that goes back to the original question is
There you go. It
how
ain't what they
many
did, it's
kids
how they did it. Cause let me tell you. You wanna know why me and her wasn't together? You don't wanna know why we didn't make it? I was a person when I had my first son with her, I was able to be around her family, right? Seeing who they were, seeing what they were. Didn't like it. So when Katrina happened, they were giving women vouchers, houses, especially when they went to Texas. I went to Atlanta, they went to Texas. They were giving away houses and shit in Texas. You know what I'm saying? So I told her, she like, come to Texas. I'm like, okay, I come to Texas, whatever. Get a voucher or we gonna get a whatever. Nah, we gonna live with my sister. What? I wasn't with it. And that's where I was sent with. Like she was hell bent on living with other people. So I had to couldn't survive
you
that.
you is something else, Faith. You is something
I'm
else.
not. I'm realistic. That's just it. I'm real. Everybody not living realistically.
You really think
What?
yeah, we're here, but you really think that
No, exactly. I'm talking about her family. She had the type of family, right? And I never, and I ain't gonna lie, I see it more and more today. I was raised in a family like my mom and my sister, my brother, my grandfather, my grandmother, my auntie, my cousin. We were just all kind of close knit. And do you know what I never understood? Okay, you my sister, right? And you have the Apple, you have your company. Now, I would definitely support you, buy shit from you, whatever, right? But I never understood how a brother, like I wouldn't charge. There's nothing in this world that I would charge my sister to do. Nothing, nothing. There's no form of nothing in this world that my sister can ask me to do, and I'm gonna be like, well, you know what? I'm gonna need you to run me about $30, $40. Nothing, nothing. My mama, but you really got people out here charging and really hard down mad if they can't pay, right? What that mean? What,
I charge my family.
no, but like I said, that's why I say that's you. It just depends on how close you is. I would take these bullet people. I'm gonna take a bullet for. You see what I'm saying? I can't. How can I charge them if I'm willing to risk give my life, trade my life for yours? How the fuck am I gonna charge you for anything? That's just me. So I say that to say I seen these people sit around, mamas, daughters, uncles, grandmothers sit around, play cards. At the end of the night, the motherfucker who win, oh, that motherfucker ain't no good. That motherfucker used to live with me and just add all they dirty life. I'm like, behind some cards, a card game, a fucking $quarter card game. So I ain't won't be around that energy. I really didn't want my child around that energy, but I kind of couldn't avoid it because the first thing in everything I'm telling you, the God honest truth. If you won't, I can show you. Because my 5-year-old, I hate when his mother come to me, right? If I'm telling you, I don't know if it's a pride thing. I don't know if she think I feel like if she gonna look like she's less than a woman, but okay, if my son is too much for you, send him to me. I feel like she has 3 other children. She has 3 other girls, right? 2 of them grown and out the house. The other one, she's like in the 10th grade. You've never raised a boy. I really want you to send him to me just on that point alone. But I don't want to make you feel incompetent or not able to, but you always complain. And every time you complain, I say the same thing. Send him to me. I know what to do with him. You know what she worried about? Who you got to help raise him? Or what, you know what I'm saying? And that's a valid worry, but it should not be. If I'm telling you he with me and you know for a fact I'm not gonna never let nothing happen, send him to me and get your life together. Go watch Boys in the Hood and see how, she had to send Trey ass was bad. She had to send him to live with Ferris for a little while till he got grown. You see what I'm saying? It's nothing wrong with that. There's no dishonor in that. But a pride, I don't know. So that shit just weird.
I don't know, man. I don't
So
know.
what I'm trying to tell you is it's always gonna be different situations. Women, structure, peace of mind. Stay focus on them two things: structure, peace of mind. A man should not require you to if you want to get out and work and bring money into the house, that's cool. But if you're gonna live by you know what it be? People want to live by half the rules. I'm a man, I feel like a woman should obey. Obey, listen, follow directions. Now, if I'm a man and I'm telling you that's how I expect you to live, then I have to live by my I got to live by the letter of the law in the Bible for me. Protect, be faithful, you know what I'm saying? Provide, be a provider. The niggas don't want to do that. They don't want to uphold their part of the contract, but they want a woman to, you bitch, listen to everything I say. But they don't want to provide nothing. They don't want to protect nothing. And they don't want to lead nothing. So, that's what it is. As a woman, if you provide that structure, we have kids, it's your job to make sure that our kids are, for the foremost part. Because if I'm out providing and protecting, you're there more than me. So you're around them more than me. And that's if I come home every day. You see what I'm saying? You're still there more hours with them than me, especially in the beginning when they're forming and figuring out who they is. So it's your job to be a strong, with that time you're spending with them, mold them to what we want them to be. That's your role.
And that goes back to the initial thing, like, like somebody said earlier, most women come with baggage. And when you say baggage, 9 times out of 10, that's kids. Now, you want me to provide something, and then again, you look at it like all I'm providing is vagina. So at the end of the day, thank you for my badge. Keep it true though. At the end of the day, if you know that I have baggage, I came into this with kids, and you going to work, again, like going back to that conversation, the original conversation. If this is what's going on, how can you say all I bring is vagina to the table? Again, that just goes to show you how that conversation was driven off materialistic things. Because thanks, babe. Because at the end of the day, if I'm like I say, at home, and I'm dealing more with the kids than you are, now you're requesting that I come to the table with my own money. So again, that means I got to go out and work just as much as you go out and work. So now, who is going to take care of the kids? Who is going to be around the kids more? That's where the oldest sibling come in at, right? So now, again, I'm making money too. You making money. You might be working more hours than me, but I'm still working. Now, when you get off, you get to get off and come home and feel like you deserve to have X, Y, and Z. What do I get to get off and feel like I deserve to have? Again, y'all say peace of mind. Do women not have peace of mind? Do that not apply to women? Is that only to a man because that's more important to him, or that's more at the end of the day? Does that mean women don't need to have a peace of mind? We do as well. And especially if I'm going and do the same exact fucking thing as you're doing. If I'm going to work and you going to work, why do you deserve much more of a peace of mind than I do? Why do you get to come home and relax and turn off? And when I get off work, I gotta stay turned on and probably turn it up a notch because I'm going home and deal with the kids or tend to your needs. At what point is it okay, or what point do you feel as a man that you should tend to mine? And again, that goes back to, why does it become a problem if I say Thank you. Thank you for my badge. Why does it become a problem if I say my needs are financial? This is what I need. Again, if it's not a peace of mind for me is knowing that my bills is going to be paid.
See,
Peace of mind might be.
You know what happens? It's a double standard, and it's an ugly double standard that you just really shed light on. Like, cause me, for instance, if I'm in a situation, see, I never been in a 50-50 partnership. Never been in that. Like, so I didn't stand on my feet for 12 hours at a time. Came home, still had to go to the grocery store. Still, like when she was pregnant, my 5-year-old mother was pregnant with him. At a certain point, when I seen she's older than me, so that pregnancy was like complicated. It was real stressful on her. So when she couldn't work or whatever, I took care of everything: cooking, cleaning, working, bills, everything. Right? Just so she wouldn't be stressed out. Now, when he got here, it's still I'm in a routine now, so I still continue to do it all the way up until she could go back to work. But even when after she was at work, I still just took care. We just kept the same routine. Why? So she did what women do. She seen a green light to stack her money, right? That's what she decided. And I didn't, like I said, I didn't care, because if I'm staying there, you men have to learn how to see shit from different angles. Don't look at it as, if you staying there, don't look at it as paying her bills. Look at it as paying y'all bills. And if you don't want to look at it as paying y'all bills, look at it as paying your bills. You keeping the roof over your own head and over your child's head. And that was my angle, how I looked at it. So I had no problem. It was easy for me to do. See what I'm saying?
And how many people, women or men for the most part, because we're talking about men paying bills, how many people actually do that? Like I said, even in the situation that you talked about, when you say you take care of your kids, taking care of your kids is also keeping the lights on. But are you paying her light bill? Probably not, because a nigga is benefiting from those lights also. But most times people don't look at that part of taking care of your kids. All you feel like is providing like I said, clothes, shoes, food. That's all you really look at. But again, how many people really look at it that way?
Now.
Because and my response when they first sent me that video, my response to that was, he got to have a house anyway for him. So you're really not buying this house for me. You need somewhere to live also, first and foremost. So you technically buying this house to provide a place for you to live. Whether I leave or stay, you still gonna have this house and you're still gonna live in it. So at the end of the day, you didn't come to the table with this house for me. That was something that was an additive that I can benefit off, but you brought that house for you. You brought it for you. So at the end of the day, you can't count that as something that you're giving to me. You can't count that as something that you're giving to me, because 9 times out of 10, a woman have a place to stay. It's very few women that I see in between moving, or it's very few women that I see just literally don't have a place to stay, or they living with somebody, or whatever. Most times a woman have a place to stay, at least, whether she own it or she's renting, she's leasing, Section 8 got it, or whoever cucumber combo lot gave it to her. Most times she have a place to stay. But if you brought a house, is that not for the benefit of yourself just as much as it is a benefit of me?
Yeah, I mean, how you look at that. It's only one answer to that. If the house not solely in her name, then no. He didn't buy that house for her. And I don't know too many men who buy my house. No, because I had to learn. See, when I met my 5-year-old, when she met me, I had my own. You see what I'm saying? I let mine go and we went to purchase a bigger house. Cause like I said, she already had 3 girls. So I compromised my life. I was comfortable. I was already comfortable. It was a big old change for me. But like I said, I just never, stand up. So I'm gonna do the manly thing. But yeah, men and women should always have their own. If they're not real serious and ready to lock in, as a man, and it's mostly for the men, have your own place to go, because mad day is a real thing. Emotions is a real thing. Just change your heart is a real thing. So you can fuck around and get caught up out there and not have nowhere to go. It's don't, it's hard. It's hard. You
Yeah.
don't be understanding that.
Well, man, thank you, Faith, for jumping on. I'm gonna jump on
Yeah,
with
I'm a
one more
count.
person,
All right, let me
and
count
then
it.
I'm a jump. Thank you, man. You, as always, Faith, you always make some valid points. You always point out some great perspective points to change or view at least. Man, I just wanna give shouts out to my badge givers. I thank y'all and I appreciate y'all, of course. Big Cool Jack, Groove 04, Chef, Keep It True Though, Faye, Black Star Knights. Thank y'all for my badges. Thank y'all for my badges. All right. So let's see. We got one more person we're gonna go live with. We're gonna wrap it up. He was speaking on what he already had. Men at one point didn't have that. You are absolutely. What's up, man? What's up? You're finally in there, huh?
Yeah, what's up?
I had started request earlier, but then when I clicked it, you must have was gone. But
Yeah,
man, we
yeah,
did kind of jump off subject a little bit, but we kind of bounced back to the original topic, which I know you wanted to kind of speak on
yeah.
anyway. So we can definitely go back to what the original topic was. So what you got? What you got?
Well, I know, first of all, assalamu alaikum to everybody. Hope everybody is well. Um, I mean, really, you made a lot of you made a lot of points, you know what I'm saying? But directly, like for the men, I feel like the thing that we need to admit first is that men and women both, they can bring all of those things to a table, right? I mean, so we talk about a house. Homie said I could get a maid and I can get a cook and all of that. I mean, well, nowadays men are cooking, men are cleaning. You feel what I'm saying? And women are doing the same thing. For my personal opinion, as far as what a woman can bring to a table besides vagina, whatever it is, I need her to bring to the table. Whatever it is, I need her to bring to the table. I need her to bring that because I know if I'm stripped of my money, if I'm stripped of any of that material stuff, the potential things, right? I really don't have anything. And that's a narrative that nobody wants to admit. You know what I'm saying? Because that narrative has been put in our heads like from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Well, a man is supposed to do this, a woman is supposed to do this. But the thing is, I need you to do whatever it is. I need you. I need you to bring whatever it is I need you to bring to the table. It's not just a one thing. And you made a very valid point when you was just like, when to multitask. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the other thing is, I hate for people to say it, but I need a woman, and not just for no vagina either. I need a woman to make sure that when I have tunnel vision, she watching my six and watching everything on the east and the west of me. You feel what I'm saying? Um, I don't know, man. I really just feel like, and the other thing is, the king says something about if we get biblical and all of that shit, men are supposed to do just provide and protect and everything else. Well, if that's the case, then women wouldn't be these things called mama bears, right? Because women are mama bears, right? Even in the animal kingdom, the lioness protects the pack, not the men. The lioness is the one that goes get the food, not the men. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so as long as we can, as long as we can admit that men do need women and women do need men, then I think all of that other shit is really is trivial. Is trivial because I can cook. Like my grandma, she had 13 children. 12 of them were men. Women weren't even allowed in the kitchen. She taught all of the men how to cook. So that's a lineage that I come from, just speaking for myself. So it's like if I got you at the house, I don't need you to cook. I can do that myself. I don't need you to clean. I can do that myself. I don't need organization. I can do that myself. I need you to bring whatever other shit I need you to bring to the table? And that can be an array of things. Peace probably being the main thing, right? Can I open up to you? Can I trust you? We talk about money as an issue. All right. Well, let's just say I'm an accountant, so I know about money, right? Can you help me make more? You feel what I'm saying? Can we open these Roth accounts, right? And I say, all right, baby, look, I need you to do this. I need you to manage this while I'm managing this over here. Can you do that? It's just so much, and I don't think that it should be limited to just protection and making a house a home. You feel what I'm saying? I mean, like, bring whatever I need you to bring to the table, and whatever you need me to bring, you tell me what that is. But all of that shit start with like communication and understanding. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Like it's just so much, and a lot of us thrive off of a potential of something. Damn, she fine. Yeah, so the potential may be she might be a potential mate. You know what I'm saying? And then you get with her and she pure garbage. And the same with a man. I mean, with Dan, he looked good. Let me go ahead on and see what's happening. He's like, strike one, strike two, strike three. Nigga ain't got nothing. I can have a house, I can have a car, but if I'm not straight here, what use do you have for me? You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. I think it's a trivial conversation. You know what I mean? But the truth of the matter is, and I don't care what no man say, I need a woman because I can have all of that shit. And if I ain't got her, then what? Here we go right here. The purpose that the purpose that a man really buys a house is to share it.
Hmm.
My intention of buying a house was to make sure that I had a nest to share. Not with a dude, not with a dog, not with a kid, with a woman. So there we go with that. You know what I'm saying? That's king talk right there.
It definitely is. I just, like you said, I think the narrative needs to change from what we don't need. At the end of the day, again, even though I have not conquered the
Right.
whole concept of what I need from a man, I'm in the phase and process of learning all of those things, right? But I can only imagine when I conquer that concept,
Can you
what
read it?
my life will be in return. As far as I can remember,
Okay.
the whole thing of not needing a man, those years of my life have been all about struggle. To me, it has been
Yeah.
all about struggle because, again, like I said earlier, I don't know if you were on then, but I worked longer. I worked more jobs. I worked more hours. I did more things. And even when I did work those more jobs and came home, I still had to do all of the things that if I had a man there, I probably wouldn't have had to do. So yeah, even though I just got off this second job, I still got to take the trash out. Yeah, even though I just worked all week, two doubles every day, I still got to change my oil. You know what I'm saying? I still got to be a handy woman around the house. I still got to go out and go to the store to get something to eat and get into it with a man and still protect myself. I still got to do all these things. I didn't get too much of a chance to turn off. And now again, when you talk about two people feeling like they need each other, you start respecting the smaller things more.
There we
Yes, I
go.
do need you for this. And it may not be such a big deal to you, or it may not be such a big deal to somebody else. But imagine me working a 12-hour shift and coming home and, well, for me, I work for myself. Imagine working 14 hours sometimes for myself and then
Right.
still having to cook and then still having to clean and then still having to deal with the kids by myself and then still having to go to the store, make sure food is on, or if not, going cook food, making sure food is ordered. All of that stuff is takes up mental space. It takes up mental space. So if I had that companionship, if I had that, affection, if I had that help or allowed people to help me in that way, then those years wouldn't have felt like struggle to me. You know what I'm saying? So now that I'm trying to transition to completely that way of thinking, I'm just ready for what that kind of life or what that kind of thinking can bring for me as a woman that needs a man, and
Yeah.
what I can bring to a man that needs me as a woman. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like you said, we all can live. We all will wake up and breathe again tomorrow morning if we don't have the help or need
Right.
nothing from a man or a woman. We all will wake up
Right.
tomorrow and breathe.
And look,
Is it a blissful breath or is it an exhale?
it's fucking exhausting.
Exactly.
You did what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
it's exhausting. Man, let me tell you something. People get so wrapped up in being adults and thinking that that's an accomplishment. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're an adult. You're supposed to do these things. Yeah, it's self-gratifying, right? But at a certain age, like, you have got to grow up and you have to take responsibility for the things that you want. So having a house, having a car, being able to do this and being able to do that, like, all of that shit is perfectly fine. But at the end of it all, I don't know anybody on this earth aside from Bernie Mac that wants to walk this bitch alone. You feel what I'm saying? So the conversation should really be, how can we communicate to each other to make sure that our needs are met? Not so much what you can bring to the table, because it's like, man, on some cases, I am the motherfucking table. I can literally do everything that you telling me that you can do, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And even with
Right.
women go overboard with it because, unfortunately, especially for the black woman has to compete with white women, black men, white men. We don't have to compete with nobody aside from other men. You feel what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like, you give a woman an account. I want to say, I saw a comment where a guy said, you give a woman something, she amplifies it. Amplified, yeah, that kind of means to make louder, make worse, or make more powerful, but she betters it, she upgrades it. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree with all of that. But being an adult, that's self-gratification. At the end of it all, a conversation needs to be had where it's like, look, baby, I need you. And these are the things that I need you to bring to the table for me because they better befit me as a man. And it's going to make me better as a man. It's going to make me a better communicator as a man. If you can just, you feel what I'm saying?
Right.
For example, for example, you're creative, right? You got watermelons, you got all of these things going on, like you're creative. So that means you process shit different as opposed to somebody that's regular degular. You feel what I'm saying? You see things in angles and shapes and mathematics and everything else, right? I come along, I'm your old man. I don't know how to communicate to you because I'm not the creator. So there's always a conflict and a clash, right? So my
I
house,
feel attacked. You must be a
because
fight on my wall.
well, I'm just saying because I'm a creative, so I get it. You feel what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, I'm regular degular. You telling me, well, look, I got to spend $2,000 on this alcohol so I can create this watermelon, and I'm just like, you spending $2,000 on alcohol? Man, you sound stupid. That's wrong.
Right.
You need to show me how I can communicate to you. You feel what I'm saying? Because I don't fucking get it. Yes, I got a house. I got a car. I know how to cook. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't know how to communicate and understand to you what it is that you need. So really, what am I bringing to the table? The house? You don't need a fucking house. A car? No, you don't need a car. What you need is for me to understand where you're coming from and how I can better support you. That's what I need to bring to the table. Man, come on, man. Like this, you did. You know what I'm saying? Look, listen. I'm just free talking. I'm just free talking. You feel me?
Preach, my brother.
Man, I'm just free
But
talking,
nah, in
man.
all actuality, yeah, man, that's where the disconnect comes because
Right.
like you said, society has taught us that long as men you provide and protect, and then women, long as you cook and clean, that's enough. And that's why a lot of men probably feel like women ain't bringing nothing because, like you said, now men are cleaning for themselves, or now men are cooking for themselves. So now the women are at the drawing board, like again. I've said this before. Out of all of, I've had six, seven relationships, six or seven relationships. Out of all of those relationships, none of them had their own house. They might have had their own car. I can't say none of them ain't had their own money because some of them did, some of them did. Now, the current situation, this man have his own everything. So for me, it startled me a little bit and made me have to question, well, what you gonna do now? Because I've always thrived on you either need my house or you either need my car or you either need me to take care of my own self. He don't need none of that. So now that made me dig a little deeper into myself, like, all right, what else do you got? not knowing that I did have a whole list of shit, but that shit was put to the back burner because I gave the house. That shit was put to the back burner because I provided the money. That shit was put to the back burner because I provided the car. So it's not that I didn't have nothing else. It's now that I'm changing what's on the forefront and what goes to the back burner. You don't need my house because you got your own. So the house goes to the back. But this okay, you got your own house, I'm gonna come clean the motherfucker. Granted, you may not need me to clean it.
Mm-hmm.
You may not need me to clean it, but in my mind, I'm like, utilize this benefit of me. This is a perk. This is one of the perks. It's not the only. This is one of many. But would it be any kind of benefit for you to come home from work without having to clean because you can? Would it be any benefit of work for you to come home from work with a clean house and food on stove, even though you can do that part yourself? Right. So that's a perk. But then it just started making me realize, well, damn, yeah, you got this, you got this, you got this. Now, granted, all the other relationships were able to, they had that too. They had that too. But again, it wasn't on the forefront. So now in my mind, I'm like, damn, what I could provide, what I could do, what I could this, what I could that. All right, now you want to be an entrepreneur? All right, here go all my resources. Here go all my resources. Here goes my guidance. Here goes my advice. Here goes my structure. Here goes everything that like everybody listed. Here goes all of these things, but we are so focused on the materialistic things that we don't even benefit or realize we're benefiting from the smaller things.
Yeah.
And to women, those things are big. Those things are huge. Those things have more value than me coming to the table with a house. Me backing you and me supporting you and me encouraging you to start a business or me encouraging you every day to go to work or me encouraging you to be in your kids' life. That's the shit that we look at as the big shit because we don't have to do it.
It is our job as nuclear professionals to plan for
if I don't encourage you to go be in your kids' life, I will still wake up tomorrow and we will still be in a relationship. Ain't no lights getting cut off because of that. Ain't no those things are not a necessity for a relationship to actually last, right? That's how y'all may feel. But for us, the things that we're doing that we don't have to do and can still have you, those are the big things. Because those are things that we're pushing through on. And we don't get no credit for that. We don't get no credit for that.
Man, listen, I'm gonna give you credit for it because I ain't no. Man, listen, there is no way that. Hold on, you can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
All right, there is no way that a man's survival just off of primitive skills alone. I'm sorry, that a man can survive just off of primitive skill alone. You dig what I'm saying? Like there is no. Listen. These conversations are triggering for a lot of people because nobody, especially men, unfortunately, nobody wants to fucking admit that out of this fucking armor, there is one penetrable point, and it's called vulnerability. We have been conditioned so much to be like, man, we got to be strong all the time. See, this whole, I'm going off into something, but I'm making a point right quick. Just give me a second. See, this whole men don't know how to express emotions. Find me a man that don't get mad. That might not be the emotion that you're looking for as far as an expression, but it is one. The more you keep telling people or things or speaking into the universe that we are not or that we are something, then that's the same behavior that we're going to perpetuate. So now you got niggas walking around thinking if you talk to a woman and you're actually nice to her, you a bitch. Do you see how stupid that sounds? So it goes from that. It goes from that to I don't need a woman for nothing, nigga. Please find me a man that don't need a woman. I'll find you a man that got an old man. What these little young kids say, cap, niggas capping. That's what these little young. That's what these little young kids say, cap. That shit is all cap. Like you said, a man is going to need a woman for something. It may not be vagina, it may not be peace, but it's for something, and
And
vice
guess what?
versa.
And guess what? You may not need the woman that you can actually lay down with, but you need your
Mm-hmm.
mommy, which is still a
You
woman.
see, and
So,
look and see what you saying that. You see what you saying that. That's why you got all these son husbands around here. But see, that's another conversation. We ain't gonna tap into that. You feel me? But when a woman speaks life into a man, I'm telling you, an accomplishment, a compliment for an accomplishment is cool coming from daddy. But when mama say it, is law. And the same thing goes between man and woman, man. Like I don't these conversations, man, like they're so triggering, you know what I mean? But until we can admit that we need you, because it's a man conversation. Until we admit that we need you, we ain't gonna never be straight. The narrative for men will never be straight. It doesn't matter how much money we have, how big our house is, until we can admit and say, you know what, baby, I do need you. And what I need you for is whatever I need you for. That's it. Like that's really it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm just free talking, Queen. You know what I'm saying?
maybe that's my next post to men only. Tag a woman
Yeah,
that you need or something, because like you said, we gotta get comfortable, and even women, may do one separately for women.
yeah,
At the end of the day, we both gotta come to a place where we are comfortable with even. You know how many women are more comfortable with saying, "I don't need a man."
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Men are getting to that place, and I believe that was driven by women. I haven't heard as many men say, "I don't need a woman," as I'm hearing right now. But I do
yeah,
believe that was driven from women feeling like, I don't need a man, and men have heard that shit for so long that they're realizing like, I don't fucking need you either. In a sense of rebuttal. But
yeah,
at the end of the day, if we can become more comfortable with just uttering the words of "I do need you,"
yes,
that's the biggest start. That's the biggest start.
yes,
You know what I'm saying? So, and women got to, again, that part has to be driven by women, because most times it's women that saying that. It's
hmm,
women that saying that. I believe that if men felt like they were needed, they wouldn't grab hold of this "I don't need you" type of thing, right?
yeah,
So we gotta get comfortable with these. Like I said, and that's the reason why we have these conversations, because you
yeah,
you gotta understand that you do need each other. You do.
right,
You do. Just like I told Faye earlier, that little boy do need his dad. And it goes all the way down to that kind of shit. You got women saying we don't need no daddy, or you got a man saying he don't need no daddy. At the end of the day, listen, we all need our village. Period.
there we go.
Period.
Yeah,
And that means I need my mama, I need my girl, I need my wife, I need my husband, I need my children, I need my friends. Everybody play a role. I need my sisters, I need my aunties, I need my uncles, I need my grandpas. Again, like I asked him earlier, at the end of the day, if you just one dad, you think you're gonna teach your child everything in the fucking world? You think he don't need no other man?
ain't no nah,
You
ain't no
think he
way.
don't need you think he don't need no stepdad? You think he don't need no grandpa, no uncles, no brothers? He don't need none of that. You cannot teach him every single thing. Same thing as a man. You cannot handle every single thing in a relationship. A woman, you cannot handle every single thing in a relationship.
I'm supposed to be
You can
now.
get by, but you're really not handling everything. Something is going undone when you sitting around saying, I can handle everything. I don't need nobody for nothing.
Yeah,
Something going
that's
undone.
man. We gotta, yeah. Something is definitely going undone, and it's going to leave our children, especially our boys and our girls as well. I mean, that's who life we really need to be in. Our baby girls. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But that's another conversation, as well.
because that's the root. That's the ones that need the most, because they're going to structure something down the line again, whether it's her sons, whether it's her husband, whether it's her brother, uncle. She is the structure.
Yeah.
She is the structure. So at the end of the day, yes, we definitely need to pour more into our women, our ladies, our young girls, because 9 times out of 10, she's going to be the facilitator of something great.
Yeah, probably she will be. She will be, and that's something that we have to foster. And the
Yeah,
thing, and how we gonna foster that? By making sure that the adult man or woman is setting the example.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
If we don't have no fire examples to set for our babies, you know what I'm saying? Then I mean they're gonna be garbage, man. God damn. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's gonna be bad because right now with so many grown men saying, I don't need a woman and everything, and then get mad if their little boys start playing with a dog. But you're not showing him balance. You're not showing him that it's okay to cry. I tell this to my little boy all the time. It's okay to cry. And my son is autistic, right? He's 4. But I tell him, son, it's okay to cry. You just can't do it long. And it's not because it's a feminine trait. It's because we need to have balance where you can be vulnerable, and we need to have balance to where you can, where you can man up and and whatever else. You know what I'm saying? Things that little boys do. But if we have so many men saying, "Look, I don't need a woman," we don't know how to express and yada yada yada, then your child is gonna grow up thinking that. If your daughter is only gonna believe that she was only made to have babies, fuck and cook and clean, then she could find it. It's so much to unpack with that shit, man. Like it is so much to unpack. And if we really understand that, if we really understood how deep that shit goes, we wouldn't even be having this conversation because it's trivial. What else do you bring? But what else do you bring to the table besides pussy? Is that really what we really want to talk about in 2021? How about we talk about how about we talk about these generational shits that we have to unpack that we are too afraid to talk about? How about we talk about that shit? You feel what I'm saying? But like, we need you. I need you. And I am not, as a man, as a black man, I am not afraid to say that I need you. And I need you to help make me better in whatever way capacity that you can do that. Because I know that I can bring that same energy to you. That's real big dick energy right there. Not this I got a house shit or whatever. Because a tornado could come take that shit. Look what happened to Job, and look who was left standing, his wife. But I'm asleep on it. You feel me? You,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So, um, that's a conversation, man. Awesome topic. I think it was awesome. I missed a lot of it because when I requested earlier, I wasn't expecting it to start at 7:30, but I had to come back in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But
I be trying to be on time, and of course, life happens.
yeah,
Children, you
yeah,
just never get to log off. I
yeah.
got the school calling me at right before I went on live. It's 7:30, ma'am, but it was an important message, so they needed to
Of
call it to
course,
me.
of course.
So that's what kind of helped me up. But man,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop these conversations because they're needed.
No, 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 no.
And
Yeah,
they're
most
fulfilling,
definitely.
whether it's, again, I don't come on here, and this is where people get it misconstrued. They take people like me that come on here to open up the dialogue for these kind of conversations, and they swear to God that you have it all together. I don't. And that's why I
Yeah,
openly say, this is still a struggle for me, or I don't know how to do this, or I don't have this part down pat, or I'm still here with this, or and I came from this to this. And at the end of the day, as long as you come to the conversation with an open mind,
hmm
you're going to grab something. It may
most
not
definitely.
be you know, you may not change your entire perspective, but you will have some jewels that is dropped. But you got to come here with an open mind, ready to receive. And if you're not receiving, what point is it for you to come? Because I'm coming to have this conversation, and I'm hoping to grab everything I could grab.
Right. And
You know
with
what I'm
and along
saying?
with and along with having an open mind, like you said, we have to stop being so combative toward each other, man.
Yeah.
Like that conversation in that video, homie was combative, and mama
Yes.
tried to play cool for as long as she could,
Yes.
but she became combative.
Yes.
And now it's
Yes.
about who can bring what and how much of what. You know what I'm saying? It's like the
Yes.
whole conversation was lost after that. So until
Yes.
we can be calm and
Yes.
communicate and be like, look, I don't have no beef with you, baby. And I know that I may be speaking from my experience as a man, which is subjective, right? Let's try to talk about this where we can be honest and truthful with each other, and me not get mad at you and you not get mad at me. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? Like I can't get nothing across to you if I'm being combative to you, and vice versa. You feel what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we're like at the end of the day, we're not enemies. If we was enemies, we wouldn't be together. So
right,
why is it so hard? And you know, that's another thing, right? That's another thing I struggle with, because I was always combative, because I've
that's not
always felt like I took
narcissistic
care of
too.
myself. So combativeness, that's definitely a struggle of mine. So as you said, I can mean well by what I'm saying, but
Right.
because my energy is combative, you take it that way, and now it becomes a conflict. You know,
Hmm.
so like I was telling Benadryl that in that video, he was asking her a question that she was trying to answer, that he wouldn't even allow her to answer, because he was driven
Right,
more off materialistic shit. And like you said,
right,
he was
right,
combative, probably because
right,
of the experiences he had. But again,
right.
that don't that's not for everybody. She's trying to
Correct.
tell you what else she can bring to the table, but you're
Right,
making it so much about the house and the money that she's now telling you, okay, I can do that.
right,
I can do that too. So the
right,
whole, like you said, the effective communication never happened.
right,
Never happened. Now you're sitting back when she gets to a place of getting on your level. Now you sitting back like whatever. Now you really is closed off to what she actually was trying to say 3 minutes ago.
right, right.
You know, so all of that stuff make a difference. And like you
Yeah.
said, until we can be real with ourselves, until we can communicate our realness, whether that's I need help, whether that's I do need you, whether
Hmm.
that's vulnerability, until we can communicate these things, we forever gonna fucking lose. We
That's right.
forever.
That's
We
right.
forever. You find more, like you said, gratification in saying I don't need you and suppressing your actual real feelings than actually saying your real feelings and finding joy in that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People much rather not look vulnerable
Right.
and deal with and suppress and deal with the what is it called? The People rather suppress their real feelings and
Hmm.
deal with the agony from the suppression than dealing with being vulnerable.
Right. You know why? You you know why though? Because vulnerability is being synonymous to weakness.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
And it's just like, man, being vulnerable is as simple as being able to be completely naked in front of your old man or your old lady or something like that, right? People write poetry and say, I want to be bare and naked when I talk to you. That means, man, I want to be able to trust you enough to be completely fucking honest.
And man, listen, I get to places where, like, I don't know who be on this live.
Right.
That don't necessarily mean I trust you. That means I trust me and my vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? And
There
when
we
you could
go.
get to that place,
Yeah.
when you can get to that place,
Word.
you are
Word.
bad. You bad on so many different fucking levels, my nigga. Like, you
Yeah.
want to tell me you love me, but then when it comes down to being vulnerable, you can't. In my mind, where I'm at now mentally,
Mhm.
your love has conditions.
That's
It
that's
has
real.
conditions.
Yeah.
Because you don't even love me, or again, trust me enough, or whatever. You may not be comfortable with yourself. That may be some self-inflicted pain, or it may have nothing to do with me. It may have
Mm-hmm.
nothing to do with me at all. You could possibly have been vulnerable to another woman that threw that shit in your face, and now I'm suffering for that. But whatever reason it is, vulnerability is the most, to me, the highest level of love you can reach. When you could become, like you said, when you could become completely naked in front of somebody.
Right.
There's nothing, there's no lines, there's no T's you wouldn't cross, there's no I's you wouldn't dot, because you're completely naked. And whether
Right.
this nakedness is going to offend you, affect you, insult you, hurt you, bring pain to you, at the end of the day, I'm naked.
Right.
Can't give you nothing else. I have no
Right.
more clothes to take off. I have no more barriers to unveil. I have nothing else. I have no more boundaries that you can't cross. I'm naked. And how many of us are really, really naked? How many of us are married and naked? Somebody asked me earlier why I'm not married. Because I don't feel that I'm completely naked. So even as I said earlier, if somebody asks me, do I want to get married right here, right now? Probably not. It'll be more about the wedding versus marriage. If I got married, if it was my choice to get married, if somebody came to me and asked for my hand in marriage, at that point, I feel like this man is accepting where I'm at. He's accepting the amount of nakedness I'm revealing, and he's willing to work with me and be with me for the rest of my life as I unveil more. But I'm not completely naked. I still have things. I'm a whole lot. I'm a whole lot.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
so we're saying that you said if a man were to come and ask you for your hand in marriage, and you having the knowledge that you're not completely naked, you would still take it. And the reason I'm asking that is because you just said that the highest level of love that you can give a person is when you're completely naked. So with you even saying that, you can't really give this man, you can't even allow him to even go through it asking for your hand in marriage because you're not all the way arrived yet. You feel what I'm saying? And I
Right.
think I think that that's where self accountability on both sides need to be. I should be able to say, well, you know what? Let's get you fully naked. And that thing that I need you to bring to the table is that reassurance and helping me to become fully naked as well.
Yeah.
Ding! Right?
Right.
So, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I think that's something fire that you just said for real. I think that's fire. So no, I don't think that you would. I mean, or maybe I heard it wrong. You know what I'm saying?
No,
If you would have asked me,
that's
okay,
exactly what I said. But what I'm trying to say is, if a man asks for, I'm naked enough to tell you that I'm not completely naked. He may
roger that.
see
Okay,
that as, you know what I'm saying? He may see that as naked, because it is. I'm saying
right,
this is what I'm still struggling at. I'm saying this is, I still hold
gotcha.
some
Okay,
information to myself.
okay,
I still struggle with certain things, but me saying that I'm struggling with this, that is me
gotcha.
being naked. Now, to me, because the struggle is not over, I'm not completely naked. But for you, you may feel like you admitting that you're not completely naked in that area. This is why I
Yeah,
want your hand, and I'm willing to work with you on that. I'm willing to motivate you through that. I'm willing to inspire you through that, and I'm willing to wait and ask for your hand in marriage right now, because I know you're working towards becoming naked. You know what I'm saying?
gotcha. Okay,
Somebody that don't even realize that they're not naked, somebody that don't even realize that these things exist, somebody that don't even realize that they have a problem with being vulnerable, they're not naked.
hmm.
I don't have a problem with being vulnerable. I don't have a problem with, there's things about myself that I don't even realize is I'm fully dressed in. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So will I ever become completely naked? That's, to me, that's all about the person that you're dealing with, because he can just want somebody that's vulnerable. I'm already that.
right,
That could be naked to him.
right.
But again, would you ever, I'm vulnerable right now, but there may be something that I don't want to be vulnerable about.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, that's why I say, if you ask me,
Mm-hmm.
in my eyes, and I may be putting a strain on myself, I almost want to be perfect before I say, okay, I'm ready for marriage. I almost want to be perfect. That's unrealistic. That's unrealistic. But a man that sees that I'm willing, a man that sees that I'm working, a man that sees that I'm trying, and I'm constantly taking the barriers off. That might be enough for him.
Right.
And technically, it should be enough for me because, again, I am at least willing. I at least know these things need correction. I at least know these things need polishing. I at least know these things are generational curses and they should no longer affect my life in this way. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the ball ain't gonna never start rolling because you'll never get to a
Right.
point where you're done. You're
Right.
never done. You
Right.
always got something that you can work on and change, because every 6 months to a year in your life, something is going to happen that's going to cause some type of trauma, that's going to cause some type of shelter, that's going to cause some type of pain, that's going to cause some type of hurt. Something is going to happen that you're going to become a different person. Today, I am who I am. But if, God forbid, if I lose somebody that's close to me, I may not be the same person tomorrow. I may be
Right.
more sheltered. I may be more reserved. I may be more hibernated. I may be more closed off. I may be more hurt, painful. You may see a different side of me. So you always have something that you can always work on.
Right.
Because guess what? The shit that you did, all these years, you done been with somebody for 10 years. You done did all this work to make yourself the best version of who you are for them. And then y'all break up and you get with somebody else. Guess what? The fucking clock starts over. Starts over. So, man,
It's a lot,
bro,
man. It's a lot. It's a lot to unpack.
It is.
Like, that's a lot.
It is. It is, man. It is. And that's why they were saying earlier, women come with baggage. Women do come with baggage, but so do men. Men have so much pain and trauma and hurt and and just shit that they've dealt with and gone through in life that they have tucked and hid in this
Yeah.
and that and the third. And women have to deal with that.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
We do.
I'm definitely guilty of that. I'm definitely guilty of that. I'm definitely guilty of that.
Y'all don't have outlets. I ain't gonna say y'all don't have them, y'all don't use them. Because like you said, you were taught to tuck that shit. You were taught not to worry about it. You were taught that you can't cry. You were taught that you can't express because you become weak. So what do you think, where do you think the outpour is?
Right. You're
On the
right. You're
woman
right.
that's laying next to you every day.
Mm-hmm. And that is correct. That is correct. I'll bet a man's the majority of men's baggage comes from suppression.
Yes.
You feel what I'm saying? And I don't even think that I think a lot of it has to do with just not wanting to be fucked over. You know what I mean? I think at one point, it was just like, okay, well, I don't mind talking to this person and being honest with this person or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I can remember a conversation being like, when I was in a relationship, I can remember this conversation like it was yesterday. Hey, do you need some money? And I'm just like, well, I don't know, but if you could help me, I would appreciate it, right? Then mad day happened. That money came back up.